Support a morning. Remember you did talk already, say if Dodos come out, he can get a seat in the parliament. Remember you did talk that already, So me know say Isaac, not surprise to you. Me know that, cause you like a prophet, you did talk already.
We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. It's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, bring justice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police Channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com. You will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. You see, when I've been telling the Jamaican people that the only thing that the PMP knows to create are criminals, you think that I'm joking. So now you're looking at 4 people. They're all from my community where I'm from. All PMP mindset. Laziness, entitlement, criminality, and I can go on and on. Because they don't teach, they don't impart us to be industrious, hardworking, honest, decent, ethical, and have any form of morality. We're supposed to be unconscionable human beings. So now you're looking at 4 people. 3 of them are in custody, and the masterminder, that's the man right here. Yes, Ricardo Tyrell, the masterminder behind the murder of a dismemberment of a man in New Jersey. Now he's in upstate New York. This is a man, Ric-Dic, that is Ricardo Tyrell. He's a man who has been to prison in England. I say it in so many times. He has been in prison in England, and the Jamaican government, which was done by the PMP government, the PMP party when they were in government, have given convicted criminals, according to them, 2nd, 3rd and 4th chances. So they have been rewarding people who commit crimes. So this is a man who committed robbery, murder, rape and burglary in England, and deported to Jamaica, and he was given clean fingerprints record to migrate to the United States of America, and he was living in Camden County, where he run his drug empire along with his boss. His boss was killed less than 2 years ago in Philadelphia, and that man that killed him was arrested for that murder. You know what, these people, they leave from Jamaica and they come to the United States of America and any country. These people from the criminal organization background, because the only thing that they impart to us is to commit crimes. So this man, he was running his drug empire from Camden County, New Jersey. Now he's in New York. So I know the prosecutor from Camden County will be getting him soon. And by arresting Ric-Dic, that's the man that the arrow is on, they'll be able to arrest and charge the opposition leader, Mark Gomebiergolin, for some form of crime, conspiracy or something, because he's the one that has been using Ric-Dic's drugs money to launder in the United States of America, with the goal of toppling the Jamaican government led by Andrew Holness before the election. So if the prosecutor there is very, very aggressive, they'll be able to charge this man Ric-Dic and Mark Gomebiergolin, yes, with money laundering. And I know that they'll charge Ric-Dic for murder, for the killing of this man. So today, the Jamaica's dirty secret, how convicted criminals get their records clean. So before I go there, I am going to tell you about this case, the mastermind behind this case of the murder of this man in Camden County, and the persons who are in custody for the murder of this man that they call Hal. You know, all of these people, the man name is Harold Miller, they call him Hal, and they dismember the man. And you know, the bloody hands of Ric-Dic Tyrell from Craigtown, Jonestown to Camden County, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear. The mastermind behind this gruesome case is none other than Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell, a man I know all too well from my community of Jonestown, Kingston 12, where I was born and raised. Ric-Dic is not just another name floating in police reports. He is the undisputed boss of a violent gang that has long held my community hostage with fear, blood and silence. They have killed over 50 people because they want to create a one jungle model as what they have in Tivoli Gardens. And this man, along with the opposition leader Mark Gomebiergolin, the man from England, they have been killing black people in Jamaica because they want to create a one state, a Tivoli Gardens model in jungle. So the Camden County murder case, which on September 11th, the Camden County Prosecutor's Office revealed the shocking details of a murder and dismemberment that has shaken New Jersey. Harold Hal Miller, Jr., 48, was reported missing in June. Investigators later discovered surveillance footage showing him entering the residence in Camden. Moments later, a gunshot. Miller never walked out. So surveillance from neighbor's house in America. That's the difference with America and Jamaica. So when they thought that, so this man, you know, it was a drug deal. And everything that was done, this is the man that was supplying them with drug, fentanyl and all kind of thing. Fentanyl is killing people, you know. And what they did was to rob the man and kill him and dismember his body. This happened in June. Investigator later discovered the surveillance. So we tell us the documents always prove liars to be liars. So the suspects arrested and charged paint a chilling picture. Everton Thomas, who's from Maya Street, Jonestown, charged with first-degree murder, desecration of human remains, and tampering with evidence. So the days where criminals could have commit crime and get away with it, that's a thing that you're not going to get away with anymore, because there's surveillance cameras. They don't need witnesses anymore. The cameras don't sleep, don't tell lies. Then his wife, Sherry Parker, 41, charged with desecration of human remains and tampering with evidence. And then the man's son, Deshaun Thomas, 22, also charged with desecration of human remains and tampering with evidence. So all of these people were acting on behalf of Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell, because he's the man behind it. And I can tell the prosecutors in Camden County, Everton Thomas will tell you everything. He will give up everyone, including the opposition leader Mark Golden and the people them that they have been funneling drugs money to in the United States of America to charge them for money laundering. So detective unearthed the grisly cover-up, chainsaws, cleaning supplies, and trips to dumpsters with containers and trash bags. Forensic testing later confirmed Miller's blood in the residence. Everton Thomas even fled to Canada, only to be arrested by US Customs at the Buffalo border when he tried to return. So he thought that this is Jamaica, where you commit a crime, run a cool off and come back and all is forgotten. Because they can run money upon some corrupt police, and that's what happened. The United States of America, them don't forget. This was no ordinary crime. It was methodically calculated and orchestrated. So why I point to Ric-Dic? Here is where the truth cuts deep. Everton Thomas may have pulled the trigger, but Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell is a shadow in the background, the puppeteer. Ric-Dic has long been a gangster boss from Jonestown, Kingston to Craigtown. He is no stranger to organizing, recruiting and commanding violent men. His fingerprints may not be on the gun, but his influence is all over this case. Ask yourself, how does a Camden family suddenly find themselves with the criminal sophistication to execute a murder, dismember a body, purchase chainsaws, and dispose of evidence so clinically? That level of ruthlessness doesn't emerge overnight. It comes from training, leadership, and the culture of gangsterism that Ric-Dic has cultivated for years. The bigger crime, Jamaica's dirty secret and its dirty deal. This tragedy also exposes the deeper betrayal of Jamaican government. Ric-Dic's criminal record in England, felonies that should have been barred him from setting foot in America, was wiped clean by the PMP government. They are the one, and even to this day, we have a convicted criminal, twice convicted drug dealer who is about to enter the Parliament of Jamaica. Criminals passing laws because of the PMP. They're trying to destroy the country, want to turn it into 80. So Ric-Dic was handed a sanitized police certificate, a passport of lies that allow him to migrate legally into the United States. So here we are today, a man with a history of crime, once protected by government corruption, now linked to a grisly murder plot in New Jersey. How many more Ric-Dics are walking free in America under false pretenses, courtesy of Jamaica's willingness to wash away the sins of gangsters? Thousands. If the American government fingerprint all of these people that have been here from 1996, every Jamaican that migrated, and do their fingerprint and send it to other countries, England, Canada, you'll see how many criminals that you have here, because the Jamaican government has cleaned their fingerprint record and sent them here. Because most of them, they are here and they are involved in criminality. Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. In Jamaica, if you're not a criminal, no one looks up to you. People don't look up to educated people, scholars, police officers, lawyers, doctors, preachers, no. Youngsters are the people that they revere, laud and celebrated in Jamaica. They put them on even music. They would never put a regular guy in music. So Ric-Dic was handed a sanitized police certificate. So here we are today, a man with a history of crime, once protected by a government, corruption, now linked to a grisly murder plot in New Jersey. How many more Ric-Dics are walking free in America under false pretenses? Courtesy of Jamaica's willingness to wash away the sins of gangsters. Many, thousands. So why this matters? For Jamaica, every time a gangster like Ric-Dic get a clean record, the government sells out the dignity of law-abiding citizens. And I've been saying it for years. For America, every time the US accept a Jamaica police record at face value, it risks importing hardened criminals disguised as honest people. For the families of victims, Harold Miller Jr. family will never see their loved one again. His death is not as a result of 3 individuals' action. It's a part of a larger system that enables Ric-Dic and his network to operate across borders. So now Ric-Dic is here in America, is upstate in New York. We cannot allow Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell and men like him to hide behind the shadows of international crime. This murder in Camden is not just an isolated act of violence. It is the fruits of corruption, of criminal importation and exportation, and of government betrayal. The blood of Harold Miller Jr. cries out for justice, not just in New Jersey courts, but in Jamaica's conscience, until the mastermind like Ric-Dic are exposed and the government that protect them are held accountable. The cycle of blood will continue. And I do believe that the family of this man, Harold Miller Jr., should sue the Jamaican government, because this man should not be in America, because he's a convicted criminal. So the truth must be told, even if it shakes the conscience of a nation. The Jamaican government has been complicit in giving convicted criminals a new lease on life, not through rehabilitation, but through the erasure of their sins. Take, for instance, the case of Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell, convicted in England for felonies. His criminal record should have followed him like a shadow, a permanent reminder of choices made and laws broken. Yet, miraculously, when the time came for him to migrate to the United States, his record in Jamaica was as spotless as a newborn child. A clean police record issued, signed and sanctioned by the very government, soon to protect law and law-abiding citizen, became his golden passport to a new beginning in America. But let us ask the hard question. How many others like Ric-Dic have been gifted this fraudulent cleansing? Thousands. And when I say thousand, I say it without any apologies. I am one of the Jamaicans who will speak truth to the world, while the others pretend. A betrayal of justice. Every time a convicted felon's record is wiped clean by the government, justice is trampled underfoot. Victims are silenced twice. First by the crime, then by the erasure of the criminal guilt. Jamaica has been exporting criminality for decades. When Jamaica manipulates criminal records, it does not deceive its own people. It exports dangers to other countries. America, Canada, the UK and beyond have unknowingly welcomed wolves in sheep clothing. Individuals who should have been barred, but instead were given a free pass. A culture of immunity. This practice breeds a dangerous mindset among criminals. No matter what I do, the system will protect me. Instead of deterrence, we have encouragement. Instead of accountability, we have impunity. That's why we have a man by the name of Isaac Buchanan, who's now a member of Parliament. Come September 18, this man will become a lawmaker in Jamaica. A spit in the face of every law-abiding Jamaicans who have done everything by the book as asked. By us as a society, why the people who broke the laws, they are the ones who are given the respectable titles in Jamaica. Now this is not about Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell. His case is a symbolic and a symbol of a rot inside Jamaican justice system. Many criminals, some live in America today, carry benefits of records that were scrubbed clean by government intervention. These individuals walk freely in foreign lands, able to secure jobs, visas, and even citizenship, while their true past lies buried on a bureaucratic corruption started by the PNP government, continue by the Jamaica Labour Party government. Because you have people in the current government that are sympathetic to criminals. I am not sympathetic to criminals at all. Hardened criminals. And what message does this send to the young people of Jamaica? That crimes pay. That crime pays, because now we have a twice convicted drug dealer who's a member of parliament, Isaac Buchanan. A man who went to prison twice, just like Butch Banton, the artist. And at no time, either man has asked for forgiveness from the Jamaican people. And the Jamaican government has erased their record. These are not convicted criminals, although they are. That political connections and bribes can turn a murderer into a model citizen overnight. That laws are not fixed but negotiable, depending on who you are or who you know. Why this matter to you? If you are law-abiding Jamaican, they shouldn't read you, because while you work hard, follow the rules, and struggle to get a visa or a job abroad, convicted criminals are leapfrogging passing you with government issues lies. Your good name is worth less than a criminal bribe. These people have been destroying the people of Jamaica for decades. When you give a man, a convicted criminal, a clean police record, you're doing a disservice to the law-abiding citizens. If you're an American, you should be alarmed, because the next man to you at work, the woman serving your food, or the neighbor down the street could very well be a convicted felon who had their record erased in Jamaica. Your government was strict, your system compromised, and your safety put at risk because of another government decided to play God with the truth. And Jamaica is going to pay dear for it. And they should. Jamaicans must demand accountability. They must demand accountability. The police, the Ministry of National Security, and all who participate in this fraudulent scheme must be exposed. And foreign governments must scrutinize every Jamaican, clean Jamaican police record with suspicion until the rot is addressed. Jamaica will remain a nation not just plagued by crime, but actively exporting it to the world. These people have no shame. I tell you that all the time. These are not people who have shame. Shame is irrelevant to these people. These are people that export criminality as if it's something legal. So they're looking at the man now, Ricardo Tyrell. On the instruction of Mark Golding, he sent 2 killers to Portmore, where they kill a PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization councillor. So the man at the upper left, his name is Dodo Babs from Craigtown, the same community where Ric-Dic is from, and he done for South Barrow, involving the killing of Ainsley Parkins. And the man at the bottom, his name is Fat Fuck, and he's from Craigtown too. Both men, they had killed a politician back in Jamaica on the orders of Mark Golding to give a convicted drug dealer, Omar Ebanks, the seat to run as councillor. When I tell you people, the only thing that the PNP know to create are criminals, you think that I am an hater. I am not an hater, I'm a patriot. We can't be rewarding criminals, giving them clean fingerprint records. If that man hadn't been killed, Mr. Harrell, and I do urge the prosecutor to charge, to sue the Jamaican government, let the family sue the Jamaican government for hundreds of millions of dollars so that they restore all of the convicted criminals' record. Everyone, because they are complicit in making this man migrate to the United States of America. And I hope the prosecutor would follow through and let the family sue the Jamaican government by suing the Jamaican government, they will be held accountable, because if this man fingerprint record was not clean, he could not migrate to the United States of America. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of the case and how it started. So this is what the thing, the Camden, New Jersey detectives are arrested and charged a Camden man and 2 members of his family in reference to the murder of a man whose body remains missing. So them kill the man, dispose of his body, make sure it got the landfill, because you know them people are some unconscionable people and wicked. In reference to a man whose body remains missing, announced Camden County Prosecutor Grace C. Mahali and Camden County Police Chief Gabriel Rodriguez. So if the Camden County Prosecutor want to get to the root of it, they have to make sure that Everton Thomas give up Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell, and when him give up Ric-Dic Tyrell will do up all of the politicians in Jamaica will send him come to America, give him clean fingerprint record. Because this is a man who's a convicted felon from England. You know how much convicted felon in America have American citizenship, because the Jamaican government has been exporting criminals here for decades. As a former detective of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, I've been speaking out against this. Those of we as law-abiding citizens, we have done the right thing. We have convicted criminals in Jamaica, in which the Jamaican government says that when you commit a crime overseas, that crime does not count under the one that you committed in Jamaica. So no wonder why we're exporting criminals to other countries. And they should not validate their fingerprint records, because the fingerprint records from Jamaica is like a fake $3 bill. So Everton Thomas, 41 years old, is charged with first-degree murder in the death of 48-year-old Harold Hal Miller of Deptford, New Jersey. And he's also charged with second-degree desecration of human remains and fourth-degree tampering with physical evidence. So you have to remember now, this man Harold Hal Miller, I never met him, Junior, I don't know him, but I know Ric-Dic's background. He's a drug dealer. They don't believe people who are from my community. This is what they impart to us by the PMP party back in Jamaica, which was the government that gave Ric-Dic the clean fingerprint record. They don't believe in hard work. They don't believe in honesty, decency, ethics, or morality. There's no bottom. None. You will just feed these people and they kill you. They have nothing in conscience. The more people they kill, the more respect they get. I don't know what kind of culture is that. And that's why I've been working, trying my very best. But you can see that there are more powerful forces behind this corruption and criminality back in Jamaica. And it's a political it's a criminal organization masqueraded as a political party. So the other defendant is the wife, Sherry Parker, 41 years old, and his son, Deshaun Thomas, 22, both charged with second-degree desecration of human remains and fourth-degree tampering with physical evidence. How them get caught? How these fools get caught now? Because they think it's Jamaica, you know, cameras. They don't understand that in America, every house have ring cameras. Criminals can't live in America. You can't commit crime in Jamaica and get away with it because the witness won't come. In America, the witness is the camera. Eyes don't lie, and you can't question the camera because it's your action that's there. So on June 14th, 2025, Miller was reported missing to the Deptford Township Police Department. It was reported that he was playing cards with friends in Camden in the early hours of June 12, 2025. Miller's empty vehicles were later located in Pensacon on June 14, 2025. During the investigation, detectives located surveillance video and a cell phone data that show Miller entered the residence at 2600 Block and Beard Boulevard in Camden shortly before 11:30 a.m. on June 12, 2025. So when I tell people about triangulation, this is what them use. Technology. So when you can't say man wasn't there, technology don't lie. So moments later, the video footage captured the sound of what appeared to be a single gunshot. Miller was never seen leaving the property. However, the video captured a man, later identified as Everton Thomas, moving Miller's vehicle and parking it where it was ultimately located in Pensaki. So all of them think the ties and shows the man, him kill the man, and the only thing him can do now is try to save himself. So he have to give up Ric-Dic. The man come to deliver drugs to him. The man has supplied them with drugs for years. They make money from the man, and then decide now to rob him and kill him. That's how I say I don't understand how people become criminals. So detectives subsequently learn that him tell the police that Sherry Parker and Deshaun Thomas purchased a chainsaw, container, trash bags, and other cleaning supplies after Miller was observed entering the residence but never exiting it. Them not understand say America is not Jamaica. You don't have the political party where they look out for criminals like the PNP. Because they destroy these people life, you know, and them don't know. Let me tell you, say them are PNP till them dead. Remember say April 29th, 2025, the PNP showed Jamaican people that they are with the killers. And you see, them almost win the election. So we have a segment of the Jamaican population are criminal-minded people and sympathetic to criminals because this is what they imparted to the people. So additionally, surveillance footage show Everton Thomas and Deshaun Thomas making several trips to the Tamarack apartment dumpsters and loading containers and trash bags into a vehicle before leaving the city. On June 20th, 2025, detectives conducted a search of the defendant's residence. Everton Thomas was found in possession of a loaded firearm on his person. The firearm had 1 round in the chamber and 9 rounds in 10-round magazine. Detectives recovered suspected bloodstains inside the residence. The following day, Everton Thomas, who was not charged at the time, fled from the United States to Canada. As the investigation continued, subsequent forensic testing confirmed Harold Miller Jr. was the source of the DNA from the bloodstain found at the defendant's residence. So this American trust them. Telling you, them are people are like mongrel dog, People who are PNP mindset, kind of a criminal at heart. So this American trust them, do business with them, thought that they were his friends. Like all of them are criminal, he is no honest criminal. And them kill him, dismember the man. Hope the man family sue the Jamaican government for make Ric-Dic come here. Because after them convict him, I make them pay millions of US because of what their actions have given criminals. The amount of convicted criminals in Jamaica you have license firearm. And in America you're convicted for a crime, you can't have a gun. In Jamaica, law-abiding citizens can't get them, but the convicted criminals them can. Because Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. So all 3 defendants were charged on September 5th, 2025, following an exhaustive investigation by Camden County Prosecutor's Office, Homicide Unit and Camden County Police Department, with assistance from Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office and Deptford Township Police. Sherry Parker and Deshaun Thomas were taken into custody in Camden on September 8, 2025 by the U.S. Marshal Service, New York, New Jersey Regional Fugitive Chief Task Force, Camden Division. Both are being held at the Camden County Correctional Facility. They mustn't get no bail. Everton Thomas was arrested on September 8 at the port of Buffalo, New York by U.S. Customs Border Patrol after crossing from Canada back to the United States on a commercial bus. So I broke him now when I come back. His money done over Canada. So he's being held at a correctional facility in New York, pending extradition to New Jersey. Anyone with information is asked to contact Detective Siegfried of the Camden County Prosecutor's Office, Homicide Unit at 856-225-5086, and Detective Andrew Magg of the Camden County Police Department, 609-519-8588. Tips can also be sent to camden.tips. All individuals charged with the crimes are presumed innocent until proven guilty. So, the mastermind. Up to now, they don't arrest the mastermind. And the mastermind is Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell. Once them grab him, they may be able to grab some corrupt Jamaican politician. And now, something will start happening. So the people at Jonestown who have been now, we will get to save more lives in Jonestown, because Ric-Dic now will be going to jail soon, because Everton Thomas, he now got prison and take all of the time because he was acting an instruction of Ric-Dic. They plan. The man is a criminal just like them, and the man provide them with drugs. And they plan robbed and killed the man and thought that they would get away with it. Not knowing that this is the United States of America, where surveillance is everywhere. I hope all of them get life imprisonment, no parole, never to see the day of light again. These are products of my community. These are the culture that the PMP has imparted to us as a people. 2 of us from my age group is left because they chose criminality. And look now, 4 lives, 3 in custody. And the main architect is out there, Ricardo Ric-Dic Tyrell. So now it's crunch time. Tick, 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 tick. So the clock is ticking. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.